The focus of this module will be on the synergistic synchronization of the technology resources of an organization to its operational mission, goals, and objectives. As the worldview regarding competition shifts from a regional to a global nature, organizations must also adjust their strategic objectives accordingly. Any major change in the way businesses conduct business can be an uncertain, costly, and at times a disastrous endeavor. In this presentation, I will focus mainly on the T portion of the ETK model. We will explore the need to match the organization's strategy with its technological tools to provide an effective working knowledge base to support its operations. Companies that seek to be competitive in this new global economic reality will have to go through a situational shift in their basic business premises to become operationally realigned for success. Technology, networking, and knowledge-based developments are two very important pillars of the foundation for a positive, effective, and economical shift to a highly successful and competitive organization. The combined elements of the emotional, technological, and knowledge-based components of the ETK methodology provides executives with the ability required to successfully match the powerful potentiality created by an organization's technology with the talent of well-educated individuals to use knowledge to create economic value. An ETK audit and gap analysis can identify the status of your organization's ETK quotient and provide a clear blueprint for how to synchronize these features with the overall goal and purpose of the corporation. The ITC organization has an in-depth materials in its archives that will provide the participant with a clear understanding of how to deploy an ETK intervention and how to use it to synchronize the human, technological, and knowledge resources of an organization. Technologically speaking, the cloud computing method is a solid platform foundation upon which all integrated organizational structures will operate most efficiently. Every year, more and more organizations are finding the continuous accessibility of running, and the cloud is not only convenient, but it's also a great way to reduce their overhead expenses associated with managing their own data center. Is your organization ready to exploit this tremendous technology that provides an inexpensive on-ramp to the internationally networked cyber superhighway of connectivity? My associate, Rantawandi Sonorathopist, and I have recently conducted extensive research in the area of strategic applications of cloud computing capabilities. Cloud computing is an extremely efficient distribution and networking management system. It is rapidly becoming the infrastructure of choice for organizations building their cyber superhighway, universally connecting all the professionals and their networks to strategic partnerships. The concept of cloud computing grew out of the evolutionary applications first originated in the early years of computer networking engineering. In the early 1980s, the Sun Computer Company, a pioneering giant in the realm of network development, introduced its popular corporate slogan, "The network is the computer." Today, not only does every client computer on the internet communicate with many servers at the same time, there is also no border or constraints regarding the processes of information sharing. Christensen warns management in his important work on innovation, The Innovator's Dilemma, when new technologies cause great firms to fail, that organizations that do not properly prepare for the adaptation of a critically new methodology may achieve the opposite result of what was intended. He clearly states that companies must learn when to investigate, develop, and deliver disruptive technologies because it has to be initiated and designed to fit the customized strategic purpose of its users. Cloud computing is one such example of an innovative technology of the 21st century that is indeed a disruptive technology. It is a game changer of monumental proportions. The way firms will do business in this era, as well as the consumer perceptions of the companies they do business with, will have to have a strong online presence and provide interactive accesses to their products and services. Individually owned and operated data centers, which are very expensive to manage, no longer make sense in an era of cloud computing where the technology lives and the costs are stretched out over a large number of affiliate member users. Although cloud computing was conceived as a technology a long time ago, it has only been over the past few years that cloud computing has become an established commercial method of value chain association. It provides an especially exciting opportunity that helps small firms to quickly gain business benefits of advanced technology by adopting a cloud outsourcing strategy. The strong interest in closing competitive gaps between businesses via the use of cloud computing capabilities is a critical component of any discussion regarding modern business strategy. To take advantage of the cloud's potential to transform organizational structures to better serve the goal of an enhanced customer relationship and industry value chains, firms need to determine what level of cloud business models to employ. Cloud computing, in general, can help promote significant and sustainable competitive advantage. Therefore, there is an inherent motivation in companies' desire to incorporate innovative business models focusing on the cloud computing advantage. Many varieties of cloud application products and services can be offered to the business community to customize their technology and information needs. The cloud business model is already spurring innovation across a multitude of business segments. Cloud technology is also being used to improve, transform, and create new organizational associations, making possible the expanded value chain concept of a value web. This practice has resulted in a major shift in how the processes of innovation and management can streamline and reduce operating costs by using a cloud-based infrastructure. This expanded open innovation model will enable companies to advance further and faster in the adoption of their uses of other cloud-oriented technologies to increase their real-time interactive communication competencies. Skeptics have been quick to argue that although cloud science research has improved incrementally the capabilities of the ICC, cloud computing, the potential does not necessarily guarantee an increase in business performance outcomes. Companies need to plan for their operational improvements, which can lead to exponential increase in managerial performance. However, the intellectual capital, known as the knowledge worker, is still the most valuable asset in any business, and the investment in human capital development will repeat a substantial return on investment, or ROI. After all, the human resource is the only resource that can increase its own value and is the key to success in this age of the information-driven economy. Gary Hamel and C. Paratad declared that strategy needs to be more active and interactive in the broader approach that recognizes a company's core competency. Therefore, traditional management tactics must keep its core competencies as their focus of the ultimate strategic initiatives. Let's turn our attention now to defining in-depth concepts associated with cloud computing adoption. Simply put, cloud computing is a new paradigm in the information systems and technology arena. It is a telecommunications technology and information sharing concept made possible by the current level of ICT capability. Cloud computing sometimes is called on-demand computing, software as a service, or SaaS, or the Internet as a platform in which subscribes affiliates and share a common application element. Google Drive services, an example. A spreadsheet or a presentation slides could be shared by a group who are geographically dispersed and operating in different time zones. For collaborative purposes, they can all operate within the cloud as if they were in the same room at the same time working on their own systems. The required software is not installed on the individual's computer, but on a remote server, the physical location of which is unknown by the team and, more importantly, irrelevant. In many cases, people spend a great deal of time working in a cloud environment but are unaware that this process is part of a larger operational paradigm that is revolutionizing the way businesses and their stakeholders interact. Cloud computing is an evolution that integrates both computer technology and the core competencies of the business model for delivering information technology and communication services. The definition of cloud computing has been divided into two main categories: product-centric and service-centric. Product-centric cloud computing is a firm-based model for applications and systems that can be distributed globally. Service-centric cloud computing means an information technology service that a firm can use for its own processes. Cloud strategy, on the one hand, is the set of decisions required to create and deploy a network-based information services that delivers on the specifics of the strategies of a company or a web chain. This strategy results in both cost savings and organizational agility. The decision-making processes that was made by the organization's leadership regarding cloud computing technology includes decisions regarding the cloud vendor, environment, and the maturity of the organization wanting to adopt the cloud strategy. All of these decisions are required to enable an organization to build the capabilities needed for an effective cloud strategy. And once again, I strongly urge those of you who will be involved in this type of effort to review the materials in other ITC programs regarding how to deploy the ETK model to synchronize the various aspects of your organizational units in order to prevent failure due to the nature of the cloud's disruptive technology capacity. For clarification purposes regarding the adoption of a cloud computing strategy, there are 5 levels of cloud application. These cloud products and services must be understood before being factored into any business or organizational model. These 5 levels include the infrastructure level, which vendors provide, infrastructure as a service, which is IaaS. At this level, stakeholders of the organization select externally provided applications that would be appropriate to their internal operations. This level does not have a distinctive function comparable to application services, but provides maximum utility for its affiliates. This service is operated on the basis of a shared data storage and information technology infrastructure. The platform as a service level is a higher level of conceptual technology which provides an option to serve developers as application builders. There are no computer language skills necessary to gain benefit from the platform as a service, or PaaS. Additionally, the capability of applications customized based on the PaaS platform for customers are provided with the inherent security function in place. The tools and the various levels of protections are an integral part of the computing environment at this level. The application level is the most popular of the cloud computing services. This level of service is also called software as a service, or SaaS. These services are online applications with the necessary security processes integrated within its operating structure. The collaboration level focuses exclusively on social network applications of the cloud, which is comprised of a set of applications such as Facebook, LinkedIn, Google, and other sorts of social media type programs that help build communities and support collaborative work. Then there is the service layer level, which is an upgrade of the collaboration level that provides consulting and integration services for the customers. These 2 levels are operated in similar manner as using outsourcing services, as the infrastructure and the formats and content are customized to the need of the affiliate member. Another type of classification, beyond the actual operational layers of the cloud itself, has been provided by the National Institute for Standards and Technology, or the NIST. They further categorize clouds into 4 distinctive varieties of application access, which are public, private, community, and hybrid. This classification is based on distinctive characteristics which relates to the ownership of provided information technology resources. Concerning the adoption cycle of a cloud computing solution, the main obstacles are availability of service providers, active standardization of the data management, and data confidentiality. The availability of service providers and active standardization of data management might not be solved with intent or internal innovation. On the contrary, data confidentiality requires all parties to share responsibility for secure threats both from outside and inside the cloud. Growth factors need to be considered when creating the overall planning strategy. Growth affects those obstacles that involve both capabilities leverage and scope of operations. Cloud application services have become more data intensive. Transferring data from one point to another is also required to maximize the telecommunications capability, which becomes crucial when handling speed of internet transfers. Furthermore, one of the difficult challenges in cloud computing, like any other integral information system, is removing error potentiality, which can be expected to expand exponentially in these very large-scale distributed systems and must be controlled. Explicit information and directions on how to use the effective tools for organizational change, the ETK model, discussed in this module, along with more in-depth information regarding the cloud computing revolution and value web creation and management, can be found in the archives of the ITC Organizations Repository at the San Diego Global Knowledge University, SDGKU, which, as you can see from this lecture, operates globally within the cloud. Thank you.